We are less than 10 days away from Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, without the gameplay trailer, main antagonist reveal, and even a single gameplay screenshot. And with this messy launch, the question of if Chapter 4 will be delayed becomes very obvious, since almost every chapter so far has had some sort of delay. Even Project Playtime was delayed multiple days, and in today's video, we'll be figuring out whether there will be a delay or not, including some potential red news. But before we start, I want to hear your thoughts, alongside your own opinions. If you think Chapter 4 will be delayed, comment #YesDelay. If you think it won't, comment #NoDelay. Now, let's get back to the video. So if you don't know, there are 9 days until the planned release of Chapter 4, on January 30th. And although the developers announced this date in December, so you'd think it wouldn't be delayed, this is actually more debatable than you'd think. First, let's take a look at why the game might get delayed. For starters, there is an insane amount of advertisement Chapter 4 needs to pump out before the game releases. This includes the Doughy the Doman commercial, since we know he's the Chapter 4 main antagonist, the gameplay trailer, and other advertisements to push the game out to new audiences. And while you might think Mob is doing a marketing tactic in which we know close to nothing about the chapter before release, this is actually a terrible idea. Because while it might excite fans and prevent spoiling them on what's to come in the chapter, this will ruin the marketing for the chapter. Since if they go with this mysterious launch, they won't be able to reach any new audiences to attract to their game, which will negatively impact its launch. So, it can be deduced that this lack of advertising doesn't come from a desire of a mysterious launch from the higher-ups, but from a lack of content to show for what they've done so far. I don't mean that Chapter 4 itself is unfinished, I mean that all of the marketing, trailers, commercials, and more haven't been completed yet, forcing Mob Entertainment to take this quote-unquote mysterious launch. Editing Mr. Sculptor here, and while editing this video, Mob Entertainment posted 2 tweets, one with the color red and the other with the color orange. And if this isn't a troll, it could be in reference to the red, orange, and yellow colors teased in the past few months, which I believe are the main colors of Doughy the Doman. And Mob could be posting one of these colors daily, until either the Chapter 4 gameplay trailer or the Doughy the Doman commercial is released. And if this theory is correct, then it could mean that we'll be getting something big on January 22nd, a Wednesday, which is very possible. If true, this may invalidate a few of my points, but the concern of Chapter 4 being delayed still remains, since with the release of this new trailer may come the announcement of a delay. So, will Chapter 4 be delayed? Sadly, I think it's very likely that Chapter 4 will be delayed, not by multiple weeks like Chapter 3 was, but by a couple of hours, or even days. After gathering all of this evidence, everything points to either Chapter 4 being delayed, or as getting a rushed and poor quality game launch. And remember to share in the comments below whether you're Team Yes Delay or Team No Delay.